Yeah, looks like we're just going straight into winners finals at this point, so fine with me. I assume they're going stadium. I have to admit I missed the stage.
I think it was a stadium pick, but doesn't take away from anything. This is the Georgia Arcadian overall, after all. So.
All right, give me a second, guys. I'm gonna update the title thing. Sorry about that. It is not winners semis anymore. Crazy. There we go.
Gotham kind of cooking for a second there. Able to poke out Squirtle a little bit.
Yeah, the main thing that sticks out to me is that the frame data advantage has got to be absolutely massive for squirtleB. He's going to have not the easiest time getting in, but seems like all of his characters have some stuff for dealing with the matchup, except for maybe Charizard. Charizard might have a hard time, not going to lie.
Yeah. Charizard is definitely going to have a hard time dealing with Min-Min. I also think Ivysaur has a little bit of a difficult time, but Squirtle is definitely going to be one of the primary win conditions in this matchup. You still are in jeopardy of getting hit by the arms, but it's the fact that you're tiny and you never might explode. The commentator's curse is so real.
Yeah, maybe this could be Gotham's day to reverse how things usually go, because I know squirtleB usually wins, or at least that's what I've heard, but that would be a really big deal for him if he could really turn it around today. But it doesn't matter if you're just going to get caught there with Vine Whip. Oh my goodness.
That is one thing I feel like people continually use DIing the Vine Whip down throw the wrong way. And it sets up so many confirms for the PC players.
Yeah, it's a kind of a crazy move because the base knockback is really high, so sometimes you can survive it way longer than you'd expect, but if you just get caught off guard by it, sometimes you'll just die at ridiculous percents that don't seem like they should ever happen.
Trying to find at least some kill pressure right now. Swaps off, goes to the Ram. But they were on Megawatt for at least a solid 30 seconds.
Yeah. What an edge guard. That was immaculate. Yeah, I like that he used the slight Vine Whip cancel to reposition just enough to get that Nair 2 to land the way he wanted to. Beautiful stuff from squirtleB.
Okay. Oh!
This is actually kind of disgusting. This advantage state lasted to 67, and it wasn't even combos. He was just didn't let him breathe for a long time.
And it looks too like you were using earlier, kind of really off that level 3 Yogi right off the bat. They already know what to stand off for each other. They already know how they're going to play around if you try to play off those standard options. You have to start with level 3 and just start throwing, I wouldn't even call it goofy options at them, but just unconventional approaches.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be something that kicks in a lot more, specifically when you see people play each other, who probably played maybe every week, honestly. That kind of familiarity just breeds a lot of very unusual sets. And it can be fun to watch, especially if you're very familiar with their history.
For sure. And trying to set up the guard.
He had the chance, but he just wasn't able to make it work.
It seems like one of the biggest things that Gotham is struggling with right now is just finding that opening for a kill that isn't just like an Aaron up smash.
I really like that. Oh my god, that was insane. Yep. It's one read away from either player at this point.
Waiting for that Nair to connect. Hold on, forward throw sends off.
Clean game one for Gotham. Things got a little scary at the end, but Ram tends to put in a lot of work for positions like that. Game one goes to Gotham.
It is endearing to see that Gotham was able to adapt so well after kind of getting a very unfortunate, go entrance to his winner. They get killed off stage by squirtleB, so you have to essentially regress to a much slower game state. Now, I think they're going to small battlefield. How do you feel about this pick overall?
I have to imagine that it's just about trying to corner Gotham a lot more, force a lot of these CQC positions where squirtleB is just going to be able to capitalize really well. Min in general is not great super up close. I mean, that's just, she's just by design meant to be weak there. But something else that's going to help a lot is the platforms are really well positioned for a lot of Ivysaur extensions as well, especially stuff with Vine Whip and up air.
Got it. And it looks like one of the... Oh, what was I going to say? It feels like your prediction has just basically been true so far. Gotham spent most of the time in the corner trying to find a way out and get past that wall of aerials, whether it's the back of Ivysaur, Squirtle. It has not been an easy route out more often, dead to the down throw Vine Whip.
I'm a little surprised that he wasn't DIing down and away there. I think maybe he got a little scared. That does happen sometimes.
How are you going to get out of here?
Yeah, it looks like his main option was to just try and jump over him, but if you jump over him, you can just get caught out like that and just die for it.
And that's one of the things that I'm so afraid of as Squirtle, where you're playing essentially featherweight against Midget, where that up smash has insane growth on it, where you will die. It's just a matter of time how much the knockback will interfere with Squirtle, but we haven't really seen, you can't recognize so much up tilt, but...
It is.
Oh, okay, so we did see the up tilt come out. I would say that is coming out sparsely. Is that more just jump read on the side of Gotham or something else?
To me, it just seems like a jump read or a general extension you can get off of down tilt fairly freely. It has a lot of the same value as up smash, but it's like a lower risk, lower reward version.
Got it. And it's so oppressive seeing Min just control the ledge, especially against someone with a plethora of recoveries like DT has. Just missing the grab confirm and not falling for the same Vine Whip confirm that lost the first stock. Gotham has a pretty sizable lead at this point.
Yeah, especially with that right there. Perfect catch on the back hit of Nair. Yep, can he close the stock? Nope. Really smart down air by Gotham, just forcing yet another reset. Just continue to slowly but surely rack up more damage, which, uh-oh. I thought he was going to go for the F-Smash laser setup, which he was almost in a position for, but just a little crack in the offense for just a second, and squirtleB took maximum advantage with F-Smash. Yeah, it's a very even game all of a sudden once more. Gotham with a massive opportunity to try and take a 2-0 lead in winners finals of all sets.
And do we know what seed Gotham is? They're up.
I have no idea. Certainly not expected to be here. This is definitely a bit of a Cinderella story for Gotham, especially if they can close out this game. They're looking real
calls out the swap. Not enough. Charizard's a very big boy.
This is kind of nutty. We have ourselves a big lead for Gotham, the underdog. You know what? I'm really curious. I'm actually gonna check his seed because I'm very curious.
Oh yeah, we have to check the seed after this.
Because this is definitely definitely a bit of a surprise from Gotham. Like, they're putting in work today. All right, so Gotham's seed at this event is 10.
Wow.
So that's not as crazy as I thought, but still, they're at worst 7 seeds higher than before, which might not sound like a big deal, but once you get further and further in bracket, those like single-digit seed numbers mean a lot more than if you're, say, 20 seeds ahead of the 200 seed.
Oh, for sure. And right now, Gotham is having a little bit of trouble trying to mount some advantage against squirtleB. They've been able to very cleanly get in and find coach. Mainly using the down tilt as well to harass Gotham. But I also think it's important for Gotham to use this lead they have been able to slowly whittle away with. Where the last game, they've just found so much success by slowing down the tempo of the game. You need to keep that spacing away from squirtleB so you can safely harass the offense and call out when he switches with Ram Ram.
Yeah, right now it kind of just looks like, oh, that was a really good call out. I'm surprised that he didn't roll away there. I think roll away would have escaped from that down smash, but probably just didn't want to risk getting killed off of it, which makes sense. Take the guaranteed damage, but make sure you live.
Instead of getting from Gotham a ton, where you're using that swap right above the ledge as Ivy hit the arc. But now, squirtleB's caught on to that. Their air dodge is good.
Yeah, either way though, he's able to catch him as he just peeked his head out. Yet another lead for Gotham. Are we gonna have a 3-0 in winners finals of the 1 seed? Very possible, but either way, he was able to stop the bleeding relatively early before anything could get too much worse.
Don't write out squirtleB just yet. Their advantage state has been so good over the course of the winter semis and now this set. It's just gone down to last little interactions that have brought up these games for Gotham. Who again is just playing out of their mind at this moment.
That's a really good catch. squirtleB was able to get a lot of damage at ledge, but unfortunately now faces the problem of Gotham is center stage, and not really anything was being done to stop it until right there. Gotham kind of extended in a spot that was probably a little uncomfortable to do.
What discipline from Gotham there to hang low, knowing that squirtleB is going to attempt to shut them down. Stock closed out, 74%.
Yeah, Vine Whip confirms are so crazy when you can get them. Especially since they work at such a large range too.
Hold on. Are you about to... Are you gone? There's no way.
Either way, squirtleB's gotten a full 62, 69, 77, and even more of extra credit. Yeah, this is looking like we got ourselves a game 4 here.
And it's just been solid adaptation inside of squirtleB. That'll close it out. So there'll be an FD and Palace inside squirtleB.
Yeah, he probably just wants platforms, so he has a lot more ways to just get around the arms. Trying to get around the arms without platforms is just gotta be a real pain. Especially since your only character with better range, as far as their physical moves go, is gonna be Charizard, but Charizard has the problem of being big against Min Min, which just brings a whole bunch of new problems with it.
Yeah, not only is Charizard big, they are essentially fodder against Min Min, where you do have a fairly telegraphed recovery. Gotham is able to easily exploit that and put a Ram Ram or a different type of arm in your path to stun where you want to go.
Right.
And they've been so good about playing this interference game on recoveries. And getting comboed a little bit, 51, but that hasn't been too indicative of how these games do go. Gotham does take a ton of percent damage off the Squirtle, but it doesn't always lead to a stop.
At the very least, though, his advantage has just been immaculate this game. Almost had the read, but Gotham really smart to roll away there. Sniffed out a trap and was ready.
Fine. Okay, so Gotham now going down a little bit, trying to play around the center stage, but I don't
Yeah, the main thing that sticks out here is that Gotham is just running into this situation where every time he gets cornered, he just takes a ton of damage. Especially with perfect reads like that. He's just panicking in the corner, and squirtleB was ready to call it out this time.
Yeah, it's a really good call out because it's a totally even game at this point. I want to see Gotham take more stage control and find a way to shut down squirtleB. But it hasn't been quite fruition. It looks to me at least that these call outs on air and pressing Gotham to shield have just been too much skill.
I think that's it. I think we got ourselves a really big lead for squirtleB in game 4.
Wow.
Apparently, Neighbors Club beat Gray in the background. That's kind of crazy too. Is that it?
No way. Oh, saved it.
He had a chance.
Saves his life at the last possible second.
No, that's a big upset. We got ourselves a game 5. squirtleB roaring back into this set with a reverse 3-0 impending. Possibly. His advantage state has been super clean. He's maintaining center really effectively and using it as leverage. And he's done a really good job at calling out when Gotham's trying to escape too, and he's just catching these roll-ins, these down tilts. Really clean play from squirtleB.
Yeah, squirtleB has made a lot of good adaptations, especially around the spacing that Gotham is trying to play at, where in game 1 and 2, we almost saw huge success of Gotham punishing the switch from squirtleB. That hasn't really been on the table over the last 2 games so far.
Yeah, he's been able to switch scot-free, which is definitely one of the things you don't want to let Pokemon Trainer do in general, because their disadvantage is not great with any of the 3, with the sole exception of if you don't call them out for their down Bs, because having a frame 1 escape option is nice, but it's also just very punishable if you're ready for it. A lot more so than like the Luigi Cyclone as an example, because at least that throws out a hitbox, where sometimes you can just be wrong against PT and still not matter as long as you frame trap them.
Good job stopping the side beat from Gotham. But I really want to see them evolve this gameplay to something a little bit more where now they're just calling out with theirs. I think, are they dead? No way.
Yeah, the down smash into water gun. That'll do it. Genuinely a little surprised about that, but squirtleB has got not a big lead, but enough to start feeling some level of comfortability in this set.
They've also, it seems like Gotham has just lost their footing. They haven't been able to stay as grounded as they were over the courses of games 1 and 2, and have not even been able to remotely test the recoveries on the side of squirtleB.
Yeah, he needs to secure stock soon. And not even that was enough, crazily enough. Perfect DI from squirtleB. Still not even at 172 of all things.
And Gotham lets squirtleB relatively get off the ledge unscathed. They do close the stock out there, but squirtleB was able to just get across the stage and reset without any interference.
Somehow. Uh-oh. Big disadvantage moment. And all of a sudden, Gotham has evened it up again.
Hold on to this advantage. Before game 4, middle down and fair away at squirtleB. Now they have to find a way to capitalize on the momentum they've been able to secure themselves and just take advantage as far as they can. 122. You are one Charizard bear away from death.
No, that's not it. He's got Flare Blitz still. But yeah, it's last hit territory for both stocks at this point. Having ourselves an extremely close game. Gotham holding it down and holding center really effectively. The stage controls have been what's brought him back into this game. You just get so much leverage for just forcing options when someone is stuck in the corner and they can't get out.
Gotham looking to make a huge upset in this bracket, taking out the 1 seed.
Yeah, and I have to imagine that it kind of, I don't know what their relationship's like, but I have to imagine that on some level, squirtleB has to feel like a rival to Gotham, since you're from the same area and squirtleB is just usually winning. But this could be Gotham's day, at long last.
Don't count him out just yet. squirtleB with a solid advantage state so far, and Squirtle has been putting in the work.
Really went for it all with that down air. Didn't quite work out, but I respect the vision.
Good call out with the air.
This is so close. He's one Vine Whip read away. He lived. He ran into it, but he messed up. That little trade was a lifesaver. Oh my god, oh my god. I think that's it.
That'll do it. And squirtleB with a reverse 3-0. Friends till the end, and they hug it out.
squirtleB able to protect his 1 seed, but a real clincher.